So today we're taking a look at the reworked Beast Mastery Hunter on the Battle for Azeroth Beta. So the BM Hunter has been reworked quite a bit for Battle for Azeroth. So right now a lot of their old traits and legendaries have been baked into their core rotation, and some abilities have been changed and the talents have been swapped around. So I'll be going over all the latest changes to the BM Hunter, how it all works and how they feel right now. And if you like these kind of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, and let's get on with the video. So let's take a look at what they've done to our base abilities. So first out is Barbed Shot. So the biggest change here is that it reduces the cooldown on your kill command by 1 second every time you use it. So it's pretty much like our legendary boots in Legion, where Dire Beast reduces the cooldown instead. So I mean, I personally loved playing with the boots in Legion because it made us put a little bit more thought into our rotation instead of just spamming whatever glows. And on that note, so Dire Beast is no longer baseline, so no more throwing beasts around. So Dire Beast is now a talent, and the old Dire Beast has become Barbed Shot. And Barbed Shot is pretty much Dire Beast as a dot, with the old Dire Frenzy talent baked into it. So Barbed Shot is on a 12-second cooldown and you have 2 charges. Using it will put up a bleed on the target that lasts for 8 seconds, and during that duration you also generate 20 focus. And like the old Dire Frenzy talent, it also increases the attack speed of your pet by 30% for 8 seconds, and this buff stacks up to 3 times. And to add the RNG and proc nature into our rotation, Wild Call now works with Barbed Shot. So when your auto shot crits, it has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on Barbed Shot. So moving on, Beast Cleave is now baseline and has been reduced to 75% damage to all targets, down from 100. As for Aspect of the Wild, it now grants 5 focus per second and a 10% crit increase, and the duration is increased to 20 seconds. Our bread and butter, Bestial Wrath, it now increases our damage by 25%, and its cooldown is now reduced by 12 seconds every time you use Barbed Shot. Again, much like the old Dire Beast did. And lastly, Intimidation is back as baseline, so a 5-second stun sporting a 1-minute cooldown. But wait, there's more. So the pet system has been completely reworked in Battle for Azeroth to make it more streamlined, one might say. So the 3 different pet schools, Tenacity, Cunning, and Ferocity, are pet specific, meaning you can't spec into one or out of it. So a cat is Ferocity and will always be Ferocity, owls will always be Cunning, and turtles will always be Tenacious. However, they all do the same damage. It doesn't matter if you're rocking a monkey with a hat or the biggest raptor in the universe, they all do the same damage, no matter if they're Ferocity or Cunning. The only thing that differs are pet abilities like slows and roots and what their pet school will bring to the table. So each pet school have different core passives and abilities, each one serving a different purpose, and each one will be used depending on what fights or content you're running. So the newest thing here is the Command Pet ability, and depending on what pet you're rocking, this will do different things. So if you have a Ferocity pet, Command Pet turns into Bloodlust or Primal Rage. And having a Ferocity pet grants you Predators First, increasing you and your pet's leech by 10%. Having a Tenacity pet out turns Command Pet into Survival of the Fittest, reducing you and your pet's damage taken by 20%. And it also grants you the Endurance Training passive, increasing you and your pet's health by 8%. Cunning Pets turn Command Pet into Ye Olde Master's Call. So your pet removes all the roots and slows from itself and a friendly target. On top of that, it grants immunity to all such effects for 4 seconds. And it also grants you Pathfinding, increasing your movement speed by 8%. And I mean, having increased movement speed on certain fights, or the 20% damage reduction cooldown, or just 10% leech on a healing intense fight, I mean, that's just so much fun. There's so much you can do with it and play around with. So let's move on to the actual Beast Mastery talents, and what have they changed here? Well, the short answer is a lot. So on the first row we have Killer Instinct, Animal Companion, and Ye Olde Dire Beast. So Killer Instinct kill command deals 50% increased damage against enemies below 35% health, effectively giving us an execute. And Animal Companion, your pet call summons the first pet from your stable, so Hati is back. And this pet will use kill command and auto attack, but it will not give you the pet school abilities like leech or movement speed. And then Dire Beast. Not much new here, to be honest, it's just a damaging ability now, so no focus regen or nothing. Level 30 row, Scent of Blood, one with the pack and Chimera Shot. Scent of Blood. Barbed Shot generates 8 additional focus over its duration, so increasing it to 16 gen over 8 seconds. One with the pack, pretty much like it is in Legion, so Wild Call has a 20% increased chance to reset Barbed Shot, which increases it to 40%. And Chimera Shot is pretty much the same. 45 row has seen some rework as well, with Natural Mending and Camouflage being added, Far Strider removed and Post Haste relocated. So Natural Mending, every 30 focus you spend reduces the cooldown of acceleration by 1 second, and Camouflage, well, you and your pet stealths for 1 minute and heal 2% of your max health every 1 second. 60 row, some brand spanking new stuff here as well. So we got Venomous Bite, Thrill of the Hunt, and Murder of Crows. So Venomous Bite, your Cobra Shot reduces the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by an additional 1 second, so 2 seconds in total. Thrill of the Hunt, your Barbed Shot increases your critical strike chance by 3% and this stacks up to 3 times. So this one just puts even more emphasis on your Barbed Shot management. It helps your overall uptime on Barbed Shot, but if you drop the stacks you also lose a lot more. And Murder of Crows works same as always. So for our 75 row we have Born to be Wild, Post Haste, and Binding Shot. So Born to be Wild reduces the cooldown on your aspect of Cheetah and Turtle by 20%. Post Haste, pretty much the same as in Legion, but it now increases your movement speed by 50% and lasts 4 seconds down from 5. And Binding Shot works the same way, but the stun has been changed to a root instead, so instead of stunning them when they move out of the chains, the targets gets rooted for 5 seconds. So let's take a look at the 90 row, Stomp, Barrage, and Stampede. So Stomp works pretty much the same, but it's when you cast Barbed Shot instead of Dire Beast. Barrage is still Barrage. Pull everything, don't use Misdirect, and the tanks will love you. And Stampede works the same way it does in Legion, it's just not in the 100 row anymore. As for the last row, it has seen some rework as well. So we have Aspect of the Beast, Killer Cobra, and Spitting Cobra. So taking a look at Aspect of the Beast, it now increases your pet ability damage by 30% and increases their passive buffs by 50%. So for example, the movement speed bonus from a Cunning Pet gets bumped up to 12% instead of 8%. Killer Cobra works exactly the same way it does in Legion. And Spitting Cobra, the old survival talent in Legion, has been given to us as well. Woohoo. So Spitting Cobra, it summons a Cobra for 20 seconds that attacks your target, deals some damage, and you gain 2 focus every second that the Cobra is up. So yeah, all in all, the Beast Mastery Hunter has seen some major rework, but at the same time, when you're DPSing, it feels pretty much the same as it does in Legion, so they mostly polished all the corners and given us a bit more flavor to work with. So I mean, if you like the Legion version of the Beast Mastery Hunter, you're gonna love this one. And that's it for this look at the Beast Mastery Hunter going into Battle for Azeroth. Some rework might still occur during the beta, but the core of what I've gone through will most likely stay the same. And as always, if you like these kind of videos and want me to cover more classes, make sure to hit that subscribe button, share my videos, and if you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.